We kicked Andy yesterday. Um,
Hello, guys. This is El Leon, former support of Scrumptions. Most of you guys know me throughout the SMITE community. If you didn't know me, now you do. Kappa. I'm here just to explain the situation that happened. I was at a wedding Friday and Saturday, so I wasn't able to respond to any of the madness. But after what I saw Haddix say, and the way he put it, and the way he edited it, and the way he showed only little bits and pieces of it to make himself seem like he was in the right, I decided to make this video. Let's start off with the beginning of the tourney, beginning of the team. Shinto Haddix said, we want you as support. What ADC do you think we could grab? What jungle? And I said Nog off the bat. Like I really like playing with Nog. We have really good synergy. And then Zapman was another person that came up in the talk. So that's the team was formed. We off the bat started to scrim Cowabunga, the best team in my opinion. And we were trading with them with only our first couple of scrims playing together. So obviously that was a good sign, right? If you're trading with the best team, that is already a good sign. It shows a lot of ceiling. There's a lot of ceiling to expose and to reach. And then Haddix then goes to some sort of vacation, and when he gets back, I then get a message when I'm in the gym saying this exactly. Let me show you guys here so as everything is clear and obvious, and there's just facts, no lies. He says, we're gonna try Jake. By the way, there was no message to the team. The team never told me, hey, Andy, I don't know if you're playing too much Deadlock. Andy, I don't know if you're playing too much Smite. I never said no to any scrim. I showed up to every scrim. If anything, I sacrificed my Deadlock scrims and my Deadlock tourney for Smite. You can ask my Deadlock team to ask them if I sacrificed, if I wasn't showing up, to show up for Smite out of respect for my teammates that are playing Smite a lot. So then I got this message. We're going to try out Jake Wednesday and Thursday, mainly due to you playing Deadlock competitively. Mind you, he was on vacation. So I was screaming Deadlock when he was nowhere to be found, right? That is already a little weird. At the same time as Smite 2, which we feel is taking your time and focus over Smite 2. So mind you, he's saying this when Smite 2 had no matchmaking in ranked. So while he was botting clay players in solo lane over and over and over, improving vastly, according to him, I thought that was a waste of time and that I would be waiting for scrims to really try to improve. So then let's continue with the message. All other teams are scrimming daily and we are falling behind in practice. Mind you, he's on vacation when saying this. So he just got back from vacation. So he physically couldn't have practiced, but he's saying this. I already knew something was up because I was just writing in the Discord of our team and saying, hey guys, when are we scrimming next? Hey guys, what's up? And I was getting no response, so I found that pretty weird. We want everyone in the team to have the same understanding that this is basically Worlds. Okay, yes, and we expect to win this 300,000. We're going to put in the time and effort necessary. We'll let you know what we're thinking after Thursday. So no warning, no nothing, no voice. I never had a team chat. Hey, Shinto, Andy, we think you're playing too much Deadlock. Because he was on vacation, so there was no time to talk. This is just a message, I guess. So pretty much what's happening here is he's trying to replace me with Jake over the rest of it. Like, the team has no say. He just wants that, and that's what's going to happen. I don't know why. I feel we scrimmed twice versus Cowabunga, and we were doing well. Zatman, Nog, Shinto, all of us agreed that it was good progress. We were doing well. And then he said, my basic response, obviously I was frustrated when you read this and he's on vacation and the situation is in the 2 days prior to the first qualifier of Vegas, you can see how this is pretty frustrating for me as a player. And then I just pretty much said what I felt, which is I was willing to put put in the same time. Like I've always been willing to put in the same time. I am a grinder. Anybody that knows me, I am a grinder. Haddix has been streaming for 2 to 3 years, half consistently. Probably in the last year, he's been pretty consistent. I have been consistent for 10 years, right? It's a different. But that's besides the point. Let's continue. Yeah, I would scrim as many times as necessary. I'm just scrimming in DL just to pass the time while we wait for scrims and SMITE. And then on Wednesday, there was a hurricane that was either going to hit Florida or New Orleans. So I told the team, hey, look, on Wednesday, I might not be able to be there. I mean, I feel like that's pretty fair. So not sure if I will have power. Okay, that's good to know. But mind you, this is good to know. We were mainly concerned that we had to schedule around your scrims. When none of this was ever asked, there was never no concern. I was never messaged or anything. I was already replaced before anything, or by only him. The team has never messaged me anything. Zapman, not Nog, not Shinto messaged me anything. But don't worry, it gets even spicier. I'm like, nah, I wouldn't sacrifice the team. That's unfair to you guys, as I understand what it is to sacrifice your team. You know, I would, if I'm not showing up to scrims and we're playing bad, I would completely understand the statement. But we are being successful, and I'm showing up to every scrim. So let's continue with the messages. I thought you were on vacation or something. I was on vacation for 3 days. My bad. Then we thought you weren't taking it as seriously. Not sure why he got the impression that I wasn't taking it serious. Seems like some sort of lie, I would say, because he is already adding Jake to the roster without the team just saying it. Just pretty much just dictatorship. We have set of scrims with Jake, though. So if anything that would change is that we do 1 scrim with Jake and 1 with you. So I have no say. So as a teammate, I feel like, okay, he is the only one telling me this. He's the one that wants it. Seems pretty, one-dimensional. So there's Sprite Prime on Friday, then we do qualities on Sunday. Okay, I'll let you know soon about scrims. So my basic process of elimination is to ask Shinto, hey, bro, it's 2 days before the qualifiers. You told me we wanted the team. We set up scrims. I've grinded SMITE. Can you tell me what's happening? Correct? So I'm going to show you what I asked Shinto. Yo, Papo, I think it's kind of fucked up that 2 days before the qualifier, I don't know if I'm on the team, when we all know that Jake has no comms and it's only Haddix's boy. I say it how I see it. I'm blunt. I keep it real. That it is what it is. Then Shinto proceeds to say, yeah, you are with us, bro. Don't worry. And you're playing today's scrims. It's just Haddix being because he's friends with Jake, and we literally already know we're going to play with you. So I knew, I knew that this was just Haddix trying to force Jake into the team because it's his friend. Not sure if you heard this before. And then Shinto saying, I mean, we've had success with Andy. I feel like, our trio, me, Shinto, and Nog, we're having great chemistry. All of our plays from all our scrims were coming from the trio. Me and Zap were having not the greatest of synergies. I feel like I don't know. Zap was just looking at the game a little bit different than I was. I don't know. We were getting ganked and dying in lanes, and it wasn't looking good. But I think our trio 3v3 was playing phenomenal. We were playing through that. Me and Nog, I have Arizol. We look for this guy. He has no beads type of plays, but whatever. That's besides the point. But that guy still wants to try Jake out. Try out Jake. It's not even a point to try him out anymore because we were beating. We were trading with Cowabunga. Why would we want to try someone else when we're trading with the best team? And then pretty much Shinto said, Haddix will invite you to Discord. We have a 7 East today, and tomorrow's my prime, and Sunday the tourney. I'm like, okay, sounds good. I at least feel some sort of. So now I know that I'm on a team 2 days before, because then I would have to go, last minute, just, hey guys, who needs a supporter or jungler or whatever. So, okay. Then I'm on the team. We play the qualifiers. We get first place. Yes, there was some sort of unfortunate with Cowabunga and the DCs and the pause. Out of our control, really. And we make first place. We get our 100 points, 150, whatever it is. Really good placing. Great start. We then we stream scrims Wednesday versus forgot the team's name. It was like Moods or something. We owned them. Very casual, very casual scrim. We just kind of owned them. And everybody's cool. Everybody's talking shit. I feel like I'm in vibes with Zap, Nog, and Shinto. I literally have no problems. We're just talking shit. We're just homeboys, you know, playing the game and winning and doing good. So, you know, that's literally when you feel like it's best case scenario, when everybody's having a good time and everybody's just doing well. And then we scrim PBM's team, right? Mind you, Haddix has already tried to kick me by this point. And he's tried to force his other, you know, Jake into the roster. He's the one DMing me, not the team. We're not having team talks. It's just him. So we go. I already feel like I'm like the side out, right? Like I'm already like on the sideline, but I feel with Haddix I'm already on the sideline, but with the rest of the team I feel very comfortable. So then we have that one play. Let me pull it up here. The legendary hog play, right? Because this game, it's not loading up. Let me see if it's here. Okay, I found it. Let me put on the headset and figure out what's going on here. Oh, this game, I had a really good start. I'm sure even PBM would tell you. I started purple, got it versus Cuckoo. Cuckoo came over, tried to take speed. I got the speed. He didn't get the speed. He told his Loki to come get it. Whatever. It was a really good start. Really good start to the game. We're up 2K. We have a lot of kills. It's a good game. It's a really good game. Back and forth. You know, we have a bomb. So bomb is fairly new in SMITE 2, but obviously if you play SMITE 1, you know what the bomb is. A lot of people had questions about the bomb. We should have double bombed it plus hog. Agreed. Honestly, agreed. Like watching this back, we should have bombed the shit out of this and then made it, you know, maybe a 70-30 or something. So, which could have been talked about very easily. So let's get to the hog play. Okay. Our hog should be on this. Okay, so and another thing when I watched Haddix's stream, which I'm gonna pull up in a second here, is that Haddix was trying so hard to make himself seem right. He didn't show the whole video. It took him so long to show when he hogged 2 people randomly on his deathbed in the game. He just cut pieces and bits just trying to make himself seem good. I thought that was pretty insane, and that's what really made me push me to make this video, because you could have just said, yo, I don't like Andy. And that would have been better than everything he just tried to do. He just dug himself a hole. I also feel that he knows he was in the wrong in the aspect of kicking me and forcing, you know, players and forcing me to just get kicked off the team, because he felt the need to explain himself. If you feel like you're in the right, if you feel honest about what you did, you don't need to explain yourself. You just, you know, you just say what it is. He just kept trying to explain himself and just dug himself a bigger hole and a bigger hole and a bigger hole and more questions and more questions. So I'm here to answer those questions. So here, he says he doesn't have Sunder, right? He just says it once. Okay, so there was a lot of talk. So let me answer all his questions, right? Because he went over this. He nitpicked this to make it seem like I am, you know, the demon from hell. So this is literally how Haddix is, by the way. He is telling Zap, yo, we should have done... You tell me how this sounds to you. Let's just regroup and go again. Like, they can't do that.
Now, if he jumps...
They're going to chase us all the way. We can double bomb this, too. We still are really strong. So I called a bomb play for us to do, which I agree with you. We could have bombed, you know, either, Phoenixes / Titan, or we could have bombed the Fire. I mean, since it got kicked off the Fire Giant, we probably should have bombed the Fire Giant. Maybe I avoid a kick. I don't know, but...
Yeah, we can get another Pyro here, too.
I'm going to just sit at Pyro. They're going to get...
Honestly.
Yeah, I won't die for it. They dropped. They got scared.
Okay.
I'm farming 300 gold.
Yeah, just stack her down. Can you come over here, Steven, or no?
No, let me farm 200 gold for my death.
Okay, I'm just gonna farm then. Let's do Naga.
Guys. Come.
Buy wards. I can't buy fucking
200 gold and I'm grouping. 200 gold, I'm grouping.
Yep. Get wards to the fire if you can.
Yeah, bomb and chalice. Rest in peace.
This is their only player you're gone, by the way.
Yeah, it's the only play there.
Just wait 1 second, boys. I'm coming now.
They're all going left.
I'm backing up.
I'll get some wards as well. Oh, I didn't need that much gold. Holy shit.
Alright, it's spawning right now.
Almost walking up right here.
Yeah, I'm gonna just sit. I'll sit behind Haddix's formation. I will wall the bite.
Trevor is here, guys.
I cannot get
You can
bit.
wall the bite, yeah.
Trevor's literally here, guys.
I'm
They're looking
walking
for a
up.
trap. They're looking for a trap.
Yeah. All right, I have
Yeah,
2 ward.
They're here.
Yeah,
they're in the
yeah,
bush. They're like here.
Okay, let's go fire then.
We're here. We're here with you. We're here.
So I pretty much told him, which is which ends up not happening, right? Is like, this has nothing to do with it, but I'm just saying. I said, Haddix, if you walk in, you will never die. I will wall the bite every time. I just need you to walk in front of me. So unfortunately, that doesn't happen because we know they're there, but we can't. You know, we know they're there. PBM makes the right read. You know. Because if he goes like here and just walks here, he gets bit. I wall him. I mushroom him. He never dies. That's besides the point. But I just wanted to paste that.
They're going on me.
We're here. We're here with
This is Anubis ult, Fenrir.
Yeah.
I fucking healed. The Phoenix feather was huge in this position. Everything. I'm chilling.
Look at Anubis. Look at Anubis.
Double freeze. Yo, that blue buff, straight up murder.
Yeah. Look at it.
So that Sunder you just saw there was the Sunder we talked about. He just was dying, so then he Sundered, which is a mistake. Hindsight, agreed, right? So we're gonna go over that situation in a bit, but whatever. Fenrir just buying time. Look, help Haddix, It's a winnable fight. Defender, clean shove that only play.
Fight.
Boys, no. Actually, no.
They're gonna do this
Go
now.
fire. We don't care if they got ancient.
Can you guys come here?
That's secure. Yeah.
Man, that's how Chalice. I can't pick it up. One of you guys can.
Could be on goal.
Yeah, I'll get it.
So Nog says they're grouping on gold, right? Cause he has the vision, right? He has the vision, line of sight, so he sees them go this way, right? So listen to what the team says after this.
Oh, no,
Guys, we should pull fire.
Thunder, you shouldn't Thunder this either.
Yeah, I'm not sundering it. I can't pick it up. One of you guys can.
Could be on goal.
Yeah, I'll get it.
They're probably on
no,
gold. We should pull fire.
Yeah.
So me and Haddix both say we should pull fire. Then Nog agrees, yeah, we should pull fire. Everybody agrees we should pull fire. I mean, another crazy mistake about this, because since we're nitpicking it, is Zap stayed after to get a bomb, which got him to 1 HP, which made him have to back, which means we don't have our main DPS on Fire Giant. So this Gold Fury becomes good, but that's besides the point. I don't really care. This is like nitpicking a scrim, like, whatever. We don't have our carries on it.
Triple right now.
We should pull it right now. I agree with Nog. It's a good call. We should pull it right now.
Yeah, we need to find the Thunder.
His point the whole time is saying that I'm calling it. I should have called the drop. I should be calling it. A lot of Andy, you know. 2K hog. We just 2K hog
Thunder
it.
in front of us. He's gonna have Thunder for it.
Okay, look for the Goni. Up here. Damage here as well. I'm gonna go kill people.
Our hog should be on this.
They should be here soon. Cuckoo's still in right though. This is a good fight.
5K HP.
So, while he did tell me, I think like 60 seconds ago that he didn't have hog, I feel like it was like, you know, it's hard to remember. Like, you know, when you're in the FG call, I'm like, okay, it's 25 minutes. We should have our hog, right? Like, I don't know the timer on his hog. He told me 1 minute ago, yo, I don't have hog. So like in my mind, I'm assuming, yo, it should be up soon. I don't know. I don't know when it's coming up. I just know every FG at 25 minutes, you should have both hogs up at any point, because hogging someone at that point is having a way like 25 or 50% less chance to have FG, right? So in my mind, you should have 2 hogs here, right? He says a minute ago that he didn't. Okay, understandable.
5K, 4K,
I'm walking, guys.
3K.
There's a lot of things we could have done here, right? If you rewatch this as a team, I could have walled. These two could have went straight to Amo with Hecate. We could have stopped DPS. There's a lot of things. We could have double bombed this. I could have, you know, ulted. There's a lot of things that could have happened here. So that just shows you, like, it almost feels like there's a vendetta, right? Like there's something there, because this is a normal play as a team, a SMITE team. You know, you rewatch the FG, you say, hey guys, look, we could have done this, we could have done this. Oh, we messed this up. You know, we could have. There's a lot of things that could have been changed. You know, that's why you scrim.
3K.
He's out. You're fine. You can Thunder it.
So the hog difference is about like I watched it. I went to Adobe. I was so frustrated with the fact that I was getting kicked that I was like, damn, dude, am I that bad? So I go watch the Thunder. It's about like a 0.2 difference. I went to Adobe and slowed down frame by frame to see the Thunder difference. It was 0.1 or 0.2. To top it off, mind you, my hog got reset from instacast to normal cast, which is a known problem of everything getting reset in Smite 2, right? That's just to add onto the frustration. But that's besides the point. It always is besides the point because this is just a scrim. We're just trying to improve as a team. That's the goal. I don't know how good I'm stuttering at 1K, bro. So I'm saying, you know, it was a 50-50 hog. He won it. You know, shout out to Cherio. Really good hog during his CC immunity ult. Really good play. Really good play from Cherio. So my process of elimination is how do we make this not a 50-50? Is if we have both hogs there, it should be like a 75-25, right? We should have a way higher chance because when we see 2K, we double hog. When they see 1K, they hog. So we have a way higher chance with double hog. Agreed. We still had bombs in play, so that's even more. We could have made it an 80-10 or something. I mean 80-20 or something, but I feel like we should be double sundering it too.
Did Sunder not go off?
Yeah, that's on CD.
Just like 1 HP. So.
Agree with Zap. It's just 1 HP. Zap. Everybody in Smite understands that 50-50 with Hog. We've played this meta before, for many years. Sometimes you just don't get the Hog, bro. You 50-50. You rewatch the film and you say, "Damn, how do we not make this a 50-50?" Well, maybe I could have walled the Ama. Maybe I could have dropped and killed the Ama. Maybe we could have bought. There's so many ways to fix this, but that's besides the point. We'll continue. I think we should just double Sunder.
No, we should have secured it.
I think
Sunder's
Susano zones, and then you come since you're the double hog.
Yeah, what's it in fire?
My Sunder was down.
Oh, it's down. I say, oh, it's down, but to me, I'm thinking, I think that's a mistake. Your hog cannot be down around 25 minutes if you're doing it, and especially the way he used it, right? Like, I saw what he tried to say about his hog. Oh yeah, if we win this fight, maybe we get hog, so that's why hog. Sure. But we should have hog at 25 minutes. Both hogs, always. Like post 20 minutes, you should stop hogging people, right? You need the hog for the FG play. That's the most important play on the game.
It's all good. Just you gotta lucky steal.
It's all good. He just got a lucky steal. Agreed, Zap. That's what it is. That's what it is. He got a good. He threw up his button. I threw up my button. He timed it by 0.1 frame better. Shout out to Cherio. Like I said, that's a good play from him. Not to take away from him. We can still siege. We're still way stronger than them.
We should back up.
We're not way stronger. We need to be careful.
I think our comes better.
Yes, bites too. We should back.
We're only 2K ahead, so.
So my point is I think our comp is stronger than them. I think if I wall a new, so just to explain this point, because I know Zap, I look at the gold too, and I see, yeah, we're up 2K, and they have FG. It's probably even in terms of just pure power and defense. But what my point is if I wall this Cuckoo or this Ama or this Anubis anywhere on the map, we should win that fight. So that's why I said, like, I still want to be aggressive. I still want to be proactive. We still had 2 birds. If we win one fight, we win the game. So that was just my perspective there. Just wanted to explain that.
There's no way we're way stronger.
Yeah, Fire Giant on us now. Fire Giant is a really OP buffer now. Okay, mid.
Let's just chill. Defense.
By the way, they changed Hog twice. Oh no, sorry, once. Or patched like what on Tuesdays. This is what Thursday. So it's still the same in terms of the 1K at plus level 10. You know, they just changed the 175 to 25. But as a player, you know, it's hard to get used to when you're used to 425. Now it's 175 plus 25 level. Like it changes a lot. So you know, just for a little explanation on what Sunder is and how Sunder works.
We don't have tower, guys.
They probably get this last tier too. I usually always get beads. If you watch any of our scrims before, I always get beads for the team. I always tell the team, hey, look, I have beads for Ares. If you watched any of our tournament games, I was very vocal about that. I just wanted to switch it up and try a different item because since it's a scrim and we're trying things and learning things, I was like, oh, let me see. This is a really low cooldown, wing blade, activatable wing blade. They have some slows. They have, Loki 3, Anubis 3, Cuckoo 1. So I was like, oh, let me try it, because in a tournament game, I'm getting beats for that Fen 1 million times, 100%. I was just trying things.
I'm here, I can look, baby. I can look.
I'm not there, boys.
There's no Loki.
They're going left.
I can wall this forever. So we just play, we finish.
Okay.
They get me with Fenrir bite. If I had the beads, probably would have lived. I got one tap by Fenrir, Cuckoo ult. I think it's kind of GG's either way.
It's wrapped on Anubis.
Now.
He's low here.
Fire
know how we lost that one.
He had Hog. He had Hog
under
too.
it.
So my point was, I don't know how we lost the fight that I prior to that when he hogged, when they Fenrir bit Anubis ult, Cuckoo ult, and I walled, used Phoenix Feather, then froze. I just wanted to rewatch that. I mean, rewatching is how you learn in scrims, right? So I wanted to rewatch that. Yes, under. He's under zero ult.
Yeah, can do it.
I rewatched that fight. I'm blown away how they traded that fight.
I mean, he just sundered it over you.
No, I'm saying the Fenrir. So he was very focused on the Sunder, because I'm not even talking about the fight. I'm just talking about the fight way before the fire. Nothing about the fire, right? Because if you try to nitpick that, it's like, okay, he hogged before you. Okay, guys, next time I'll hog faster, I guess. Like, you know, that's pretty much it's not a very constructive constructive argument or debate. It's just, okay, I'll hog faster. Fenrir bit me on left jungle. They full committed all 4 ults on me. I Phoenix heal, wall 2, freeze 3, and it's even trade.
Yama got away with one.
I don't think we
hit.
should chase this Fenrir. Like, I think chasing. So I was talking about Nog chasing the Fen because PBM was doing really good at creating space. That's what you call it as a support. Is if you're chasing the Fen, right, which is really good. Yeah, if I have my level 19 Fenrir, I mean Susano chasing the level 14 Fen, we're losing value in the fight, right? Because even if you kill that support, it's not gonna change much. You know, I'd rather him killing the cores, and then we can get FG off of it. So I was just trying to talk to Nog because I know me and Nog have played together. I know I can tell Nog, hey, look, what do you think? You know, you think we could have changed this? What do you think we could have done? And so that's why I tell Nog, you know, what I think. Is so useless. His timer's so low, and he's just level 14. It doesn't even matter.
Probably, yeah.
And Nog is Nog is an elite player, by the way. If you guys don't know him, I know that some of you guys don't know him. He's one of the best players. So I'm very sad to have been kicked and not been able to play with him one more time. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Because look how he just answered me. He's like, yeah, probably like chasing that fan was probably not the greatest. So it is what it is. We move on. You know, that's what teams do. We say, hey, what do you think about this? Oh, that's not good. I agree with you. It's probably not that good. Yeah, we move on. We're just chasing that Fenrir the whole game, losing map.
I think chasing the Fenrir is that big of a deal. The bigger deal is us losing the fight around Fire Giant, and then us losing Fire Giant right there. Because we'd be perfectly fine losing Ancient Fury, and then once we lose Fire Giant, we cannot take a fight into them when they have Fire Giant. Fire Giant giving you 20 prots makes the fight really hard, especially outside.
Let me show you guys my face too, my webcam, so you guys can see. Because he says that I got angry at him. And this is where lines get crossed, right? By the way, what I'm watching right here is him hogging before his death, because I'm like, oh, where did you hog? I think so. We're about to ask.
This game fucking sucked, bro. I was 9-0, bro, and it still don't do damage to the fucking Amma, bro. Nice. Bro, I literally spammed 2 rounds of ability on this Amma and the fire, bro, and she was like more than half speed, bro.
Because I'm going to show you everything. He was very, 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 very specific on when he pressed play and pause. I'm just going to say that.
I literally even know her, bro. Huh?
She has intelligence, right?
No, bro. I don't know, bro. I was like 5 items and fucking started,
yeah,
bro. And I dropped.
Her 2 mitigation scales off intelligence.
Yeah. I mean,
really?
Yeah, so when she has her 2 procs, she's going to take a lot less damage.
Gotcha.
Especially if she has intelligence.
I was like tickling that shit, bro. I was doing that.
Yeah, but we had a big lead. We just had some bad fights, and then we lost Fire Giant, and then we fought in them when they have Fire Giant at our 2-2, when I'm not there either.
I think we should rewatch that fight. I think we just spread out really fast.
I mean, we were still in a winning position, and we should have won the game if we had sundered the Fire Giant.
So he says, I say, maybe we should try rewatching it. I think that's pretty fair, right? Let's just try to rewatch it and see what we can get from that. He says, let me say word for word what he says. Then we should rewatch that fight. I think we just spread out really far. And by the way, I'm talking about the team fight. He just keeps going on the Sunder. No, we should have just had fire. You should have sundered.
Fast. I mean, we were still in a winning position, and we should have won the game if we had sundered the Fire Giant.
If we had sundered the Fire Giant. So this is what he says. We should have won if we sundered the Fire Giant. So then I ask myself, who stole it from me? And then I think their Soul Laner with Hog. And I'm like, so where's my Soul Laner's Hog? Right? Because I think it's fair to think, okay, where's our, if you're saying that my hog is the reason we lost, my second question is, where's your hog, right? That's just process. That's just the way it works.
The fire giant, bro.
I'm like, I did Sunder the Fire Giant, man. I lost a 50-50.
I think you not having Sunder is a big mistake. What are you Sundering at that point?
What are you talking about?
By the way, I already had seen the video of where he Sundered. I watched the clip, so then so the fact that he keeps harping on my Sunder, I have to ask him, where's your Sunder?
Sunder's on cooldown.
From what?
I told you that.
But from what? We literally didn't do any on the J. But that's what I mean. That's crazy, no?
What are you talking about? If you Sundered Fire Giant, then we're fine.
If you Sunder, okay. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm not even gonna say anything.
Fire Giant. It's 50-50 Sunder. He's Amma ulted, bro. Like it's literally 1k. We're both Sundering at 1200.
He timed the Sunder better.
Okay.
And that's it.
So you're saying that you Sundering hit whoever it was, Defender or Amma, in that fight is the right play?
I didn't Sunder in the fight.
But then why was it down? There was no OBJ done for like 5 minutes.
Took the bod. It's this simple. I told you we don't have Sunder. We pulled Fire Giant. He got the Sunder over you. You lost Fire Giant.
That's wild. That's wild. You're saying you should have Sunder. First, it should be you should have Sunder. We should be double Sundering that. Susano should zone defend. And then at 2k, if he out Sunders us at 2k, then it is what it is.
I think that's pretty fair to think, right? Because now we're hindsight, right? The game's over. Let's think about it from an outside perspective. How we should have positioned fight, right? Is I think Susano zones. We position double hog, and this is for future reference, right? How we should do it from the future now, because that game already happened. So what you try to do from a scrim is you look at that game and you say, how can we change the outcome of that game? How do we make our odds better in the future? So my point is next time we have our jungler zone, and then we have double Sunder on it, and that's what should be our best case scenario the next games.
What are you arguing about now?
I'm saying you should have Sunder there.
You know that I don't have Sunder before.
So what I'm saying is, from now on, we should have double Sunder at the FG. We should have double Sunder at FG.
Sure. What are you upset about?
I said sure, like okay, the conversation's done, we move on. He said, and then he goes, "What are you upset about?" So you tell me, because he keeps saying that I instigated him, that I was disrespectful, right? I don't see how I was ever disrespectful. He didn't show this, by the way. He never showed this. He just showed pieces, little pieces. He'd go like this.
I'm just saying.
You see, he was angry. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like, you're digging your own hole. Just show the whole video, and then you can express what you think about it. But the fact that he's trying to edit what actually was said is crazy. But whatever, we'll let him keep playing.
It's a poor argument to say, oh, they just like, you not having Sunder is a poor argument.
And if we need to take a breather, we should take a breather.
And then I say, I think it's a poor argument that you're saying that I should just out Sunder him every time. That's unfair to think that. That's unfair to think that. I think almost every other Smite player in the world would think, yeah, it's unfair to think that I'm going to out hog someone that's sitting there with hog every single time, right? And then this is when it gets disrespectful. This is when the lines are crossed. So I'm going to let you hear it back, and you tell me if this was necessary.
Nothing. I'm just saying it's a poor argument to say, oh, like, you not having Sunder is a poor argument.
And if we need to take a breather, we should take a breather.
Andy, if you need to take a breather, we should just take a breather. The last time I've heard that is when I was in the 5th grade, and my teacher told me, Andy, if you need a breather, pretty much saying, Andy, get out of this room and go breathe, because what you're saying is is over the top. So pretty much that is pretty demeaning from your teammate, right? Your professional teammate telling you, hey, bro, if you need a breather, if you need to relax, go outside. We'll take a breather. So I think this is where lines are crossed. I think if I'm in a normal environment and he tells me that, I tell him I would not accept that, right? Because that is very demeaning. I would not allow anyone to talk to me like that. But, you know, I hold my tongue, right? This 18-year-old Andy probably doesn't hold his tongue. But I'm older now. I'm not trying to have any beef with my team. I know this guy already tried kicking me. I know he just wants a reason to say, hey, bro, get this guy off the team. He already tried, and I haven't even said anything. If he already tried to kick me off the team, you know, just him try to kick me off the team, imagine if I give him a reason, right? So right here, I'm biting my tongue because I'm trying to think, okay, I know what he's trying to do here. He's trying to poke, right? I'm not stupid.
He out-sundered you, that's what happened. You knew that I didn't have Sunder before he pulled Fire Giant. That's the issue.
We have to pull Fire there. Because they're on Oni on the other side.
Well, if you think that we can't pull Fire Giant if our 2 Sunders are down, or if one of them is down, then we don't pull Fire Giant.
I'm pretty sure Fire was not my call there. It was a collective team call to do.
Which it was. You heard Nog say, we need to start this. I say, we need to hit Fire. Haddix says, we need to hit Fire. That's the whole team saying we need to hit Fire, right? We don't need to be like, hey, Shinto, do you confirm with hitting Fire? Hey, Zatman, do you confirm? That's a team call. 3 people say it, that's a team call. That's how you look at it. Very simple.
Do Fire there.
Do we need to take a breather before the game or what?
Do we need to take a breather before the game? I have not raised my tone once. I have not said anything but what I think is right. I have just said, hey, I think it was a team call for Fire Giant. I think we should just have our double Sunder next together on the FG next time. He says, for the second time, do we need to take a breather? I think that's pretty disrespectful, but I'll leave it at that. Maybe it's not in some people's opinion.
I'm chilling.
And I just tell them how it is. I'm chilling. I don't need a breather, bro. You don't need to ask me anymore if I need a breather.
No.
That man even understands. Yo, bro, that is pretty sad. Like if someone asks that man, yo, bro, you need a breather? I don't think that man's gonna take that too well, right? So he even knows, yo. Like that's too far. We're chilling. We're literally, it's just a scrim, right? So I'll leave it playing.
We need to have proper accountability. We need to not get upset about things that are happening from team decisions. So if we need to calm down before we play the game.
The third time saying, do we need to calm down before playing the game? I just literally told them I'm chill. I'm relaxed. I'm okay. I'm not frustrated. I'm not even angry. So you can tell he's poking at me, right? Like at this point, third time. Mind you, this man just tried kicking me a week ago, right? Without telling anyone, without telling anything. Okay, I'll say this too, because there's even more behind it. He told the team that I can't scrim because I'm scrimming on deadlock. When he's on vacation, he told the team that. So behind my back, that's pretty snake, no? Like I think if you wanted to be as Chad or whatever the hell you call yourself, you confront me and say, hey Andy, you're playing a lot of deadlock. Are you not focused on SMITE? Hey, that's fair. That's as fair as it gets. He confronted me with the whole team and said, hey, bro, are you not committed to SMITE? And that's where I would answer the same what you saw on Discord. I am committed. I will sacrifice, and I will scrim every day if necessary. That's what I told them. And that's what I did.
Maybe we should do that.
I'm chilling, bro.
How many times has he poked at me? And I've said, I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, bro. I'm relaxed.
Just coping for not having Sunder.
Nobody's coping you.
By the third time, I'm like, all right, yo, you're just coping for having Sunder. I feel like I've been poked enough, so I'm going to say what I really think, which is I do think you're coping for having Sunder. Every time I say this, rewatch the VOD, or why don't you have Sunder? He says that's not the point, that we don't have to watch anything. Why do you keep avoiding the point? Let's go watch what you sundered, and then we can make a decision from there. I think the way this goes is, hey, we watch his sunder. We're like, oh, yeah, that probably wasn't the greatest. Yeah, that probably wasn't a good sunder. But and then I would say, yeah, damn it, I might be on that sunder that I didn't win that 50-50. I think that's how that goes. We move on, and we keep playing SMITE.
It's all good.
It's all good. Because it is, bro. We're all chilling, bro. Nobody cares this hard. But I'll let it just keep playing.
Go next, guys.
Just go next. Agreed.
Are we good to go next?
And then after the game, we just watch the fucking...
Just watch the VOD after.
Just watch the VOD after. Yeah, we're all being so fair on this. Like, I don't know. And then, but mind you, he says that I was being disrespectful. He word for word said that I was disrespecting him. I was raising my voice. He says that. So just stay just like he was telling me, stay accountable, bro.
Yep. mute.
I was on the Anubis. We killed the Anubis.
Okay, right? So you heard all of it. That is literally what it is, right? Because he didn't show any of that. He showed bits and pieces of that. So I showed you all of it. Now let's go to his. What he said about me after. Because I have a lot of answers for this.
So we're kissing? I mean, I guess this drama is gonna get juiced up. Yeah, let me find it. Where is it? It's not 516 where we pull fire.
This is his VOD. Just trying to find the...
Okay, this... You put timers in chat. He really believed that Andy... A little moment... Light is his focus. Interesting. Players. You know. He needs to... So I'll start off by... One...
Alright. Let's see what he says. I'm going to answer every question.
Dude, so I'll start off by saying move chat. I don't care. I'm not pulling up stream hubs or stream elements. So I'll start off by saying first, my decision was
okay, wait a second. Before he starts. Okay, let me explain to you what happened when he tried to kick, right? Because he told me, so this scrim happened. We had scrims with PBM on Friday. I mean, I thought everything was chill. Like, I mean, it's over, right? Like, yeah, you told me to chill. You told me to fucking chill out and relax 3 times. I just said, hey, man, I'm relaxed. I just think we just need a double sunder next time. That's all. So I thought, we scrimmed 2 more times. We ended up losing both. Okay, then on Friday he canceled the scrims. I'm driving to the wedding, and he says he says there's a team call. He pretty much starts it off. I joined the call, and he says he just drops an ultimatum. He says, I'm not, if we stay playing with Andy, I'm going to mute him because I don't want to hear him anymore. So I'm like, okay, I know what's happening here, right? Like, you're already... It was 1 week ago, bro, that you tried kicking me behind my back. So I already know what's going on. So he says, yeah, he drops the ultimatum. I'm going to mute you. Pretty much saying either we kick him or I'm done playing, right? And I'm like, okay. Then he starts to say that I disrespected him and that I am not accountable. Then I said, bro, I lost a 50-50 hog. What else do you want me to say? I literally said that in the Discord. What else do you want me to say? He then says, you're being disrespectful to me because you said that I was coping. I was like, you told me to relax 3 times and asked me if I needed time to chill out. I thought that was, and I told him pretty much in that Discord call that that is very disrespectful. I would never take that from anyone. I don't know who you talk to like that, but damn, that's crazy. And I would never, ever allow that again. So I understand if you say you don't want to team with me anymore, because I just would not have, like, that's crazy. That's demeaning, man. That's demeaning. That's something a teacher says to a student. So, okay. And then, so then I really had no option there. They pretty much, Shinto and Nog were there. Zatman wasn't there. Shinto really likes Haddix for some reason. He really is like, they're like lovers. Nog obviously doesn't want to say anything because he knows that, we have good synergy. He doesn't want to get kicked off the team. Very understandable. I wouldn't want to either. So I understand if he didn't say anything. He didn't want to fight for it. I get it. No reason to. Shinto then said, yeah, bro, you're not playing enough. cope. You know, pretty much just saying I want to play with Haddix over you. And then yeah, I was like, okay, that's enough for, you know, I heard enough. You know, the ultimatum is there. They have to pick. It is what it is.
I mean, I guess I'll provide full context to this at this point then.
I'm going to provide full context, but I'm not going to show anything other than the parts that are convenient for me.
So I've always been iffy on picking up Andy. I thought that Andy had potential to play on a team, right? I thought he had potential, but I wasn't completely sold on Andy, mainly because he hasn't reached you know, that high in competitive.
I haven't reached that high in competitive. So what he's trying to say is that last year when I brought a full SEC team, me and that team, Nog Slash, with 1 week and lost versus the Kings and beat 2 SPL teams with a full SEC roster, that was no potential. Same thing that I did the qualifier before that when he just got a free pass to the SPL as he does every other year. You know, that's pretty unfair to say, I would say, because, you know, from the support role, when I was jungling the whole year, I went to the support role, played Maui, played Afro, got core bands, beat the Hounds and his favorite support, Jake, as well, and topped those 2 teams with my team and gave the Kings a run for their money. I thought that was pretty fair. So, you know, he says that I've never won anything. I just want to know what he won because I'm not very informed. But we'll keep it going.
I think he was in SPL in season 4 or something. You know, I think that he looked good last Worlds, and I think that he's looked pretty good recently.
SPL season 4, mind you, this was back when they had relegations, and you had to make your way in. You won your way in.
But I still know that he has his issues, and one of his issues is that he needs to be the main leader on the team. He needs to like be the sole shot caller. That's been the identity, or his identity, on all of his teams, because generally he's kind of like rallying a bunch of noobs. Not like noobs, but
yeah, I'm rallying a bunch of noobs. Wow, that says a lot, dude. That's a lot of players that he just called noob there. Damn, you guys are noobs, bro. You guys heard that? I didn't say it. He said it. By the way, one of the noobs is on this team. So, in my opinion, I think there should always be multiple comms going, a lot of feeding. But I think when it comes to decisions that are micro, in terms of 1 second, Fire Giant, let's do Fire Giant, let's do Gold Fury, let's group, let's drop the objective, let's burn the objective. I think 1 voice is better than 5 at that point. And I think a lot of people would agree that 1 voice when there's a full FG drop or go is very important, because a lot of people see different things, especially SMITE, that is a 3rd-person game. You're seeing a lot of different things. I never said that I want to be the only shot caller. Never said that. I actually took a kind of a backseat approach here and just felt the team out. I mean, I've only been playing with them for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So I was like, look, I'll let Zap call whatever. He wants to call fire, you go for it. If you want to call gold, I'll go for it. You know, and I made my couple calls here and there, ones that I saw good. I never said, hey, I want to be the only one talking. If not, I'm not playing. Never said anything to that point. I just said what I saw on the map, which I think a support should do. So let's just keep it going.
You know, like SEC players. And he's like usually like providing the experience and the shot calling for them, right? So I was worried that if he was on a better team where other players have more experience and don't
more experience. Okay.
Need to be shot called and they have their own opinions to say, that that would present an issue. Where if he's not the main shot caller, that might present an issue for him.
By the way, he kept saying in these a lot of these calls saying, hey, if you're calling that, then you got if you called. So I don't know, it just seems kind of hypocritical, but I'll let it just keep playing.
Other than that, I also know that he's had issues with people on his teams before. You know, he also has typically shifted his focus a lot from SMITE, where he'll quit SMITE, he'll go play Dota, and he wants to play Dota instead. He comes back to SMITE. You know, his focus shifts often, and that was another thing that concerned me.
I am one of the most consistent players, and I'm not talking about skill or anything in that factor. I'm talking about most consistent in terms of how much I play this game. I just got my plaque for 5 million hours watched, and 95% of that is Smite. I am a grinder. When I look at myself in the mirror, I know what I do. I grind. I hustle for what I want. So for him to say that I'm all over the place, I don't know what I want. I know what I want. I'm just playing Deadlock right now on top of Smite because Smite is not in that great of a state, and I think most of us can agree. And the fact that when rank dropped, it had no matchmaking, I found it really hard to say I am improving when beating people that are infinitely worse than me and slash DCs and bugs everywhere. I just pretty much said, like, I want to wait for scrims. That's where I improve. That's where we get better. And I think it's pretty fair to say that.
And you know, he hasn't teamed with any quote unquote good SPL players or SPL players in a very long time, and that also concerned me. There's probably a reason for that. So all of these things are providing context as to why I already am not totally in favor of Andy as my support. I was willing to experiment, try it out. And then that's how it all started, right? And then we started playing, and everything was perfectly fine. But I soon realized that Andy's focus is on Deadlock. So he hadn't touched Smite 2 in like five or 6 days.
I was Obsidian ranked with 120 games played with Haddix, Shinto, Nog, Zapman. So I think this is pretty unfair to say. Even if I hated myself playing these 10-minute games and knew that no one was getting better, I still did it out of respect for my team. So for him to say this,
I think he didn't get on Smite 2 for 5 or 6 days. He didn't show any interest in it. While, you know, me, Shinto, Gon, Steven, we're all playing Smite daily. We clearly have the drive and the interest that we want to win Vegas. We have the passion for the game. And Andy was scrimming on Deadlock
while he was on vacation.
Andy was scrimming on Deadlock
while he was on vacation.
And not playing Smite 2, and there just wasn't general interest in it, that's totally fine, you know, given that there's a lack of content. You know, competitive isn't that serious yet, things like that. But it's a concern where, knowing his past of streaming Dota and shifting his focus from Smite, that I'm not totally convinced that Smite is his focus.
I became a this is for ego purposes. I became a top 1K Dota player in 8 months. Haddix could never.
Even though there's a lack of content and all the same issues, the rest of us are grinding the game and we all have the passion for it. And I believe that. I didn't believe that Andy had passion for Deadlock. I mean, for Smite. I believe that he had passion for Deadlock. So then we had a little moment where I was considering replacing Andy there as well, or asking the team to replace him. It didn't end up happening, and we stayed with Andy. Afterwards, Andy, one of the big things that Andy said, that his main focus was on Smite competitive, in that, you know, he gave a good response where he said that he really believed that, you know, Smite competitive was his focus, which is one of the main concerns that we had.
If it was so serious, but then he says casual scrims, but then he says I'm not playing enough, but then he says it was a casual scrim, no reason to get... He's jumping side to side a lot here.
Later on, I think it was like 2 days ago or something, you know, he's grinding Deadlock like a lot more hours than Smite. Which is, again, words are words and actions are
I showed up to every scrim. I played Smite Prime. I played obviously the qualifiers, and I even played Smite after our scrims. out of respect for the team.
Typically more important. And his actions are showing that Deadlock is his focus. That and, you know, Andy's getting on SMITE and then getting off SMITE and playing Deadlock for a lot more hours.
This man he started watching what I do. Like, so when he plays SMITE and then jumps to Deadlock or jumps to other games or is watching whatever on the side and not playing SMITE, how's it any different?
What was the other thing? Oh, yeah.
What's the other thing? Gotta dig deep here.
Like 2 days ago, he just figured out how scaling works in the game. He was
just figured out how scaling works. Okay, Zap just learned about how the Gold Fury scale. We're all just learning. There's new patches on the game every day. It's a different completely game. I pretty much just said, so if you scale strength, I just said it sounds really weird to me, the fact that you buy strength to scale damage that's coming out as intellect. That's all I said. So he took that way out of proportion, but you gotta say what you gotta say.
Use that soul builds strength and it scales her auto attacks, but she deals magical damage. So basically, he didn't know the new fundamentals of the game, which is another big sign that I don't think SMITE comp is his focus. I think that Deadlock is his focus. You know, there's playing games and enjoying things outside of comp, and I'm not saying that you need to slave away on SMITE too. It's just that
I think he's saying that I need to slave away on SMITE too.
I'm not.
And play versus clay players and improve.
I just don't believe he has the passion. I just personally don't believe it. Now, aside from all of that, that's what already makes me not personally want to play with Andy very much. You can disagree with me. He can disagree with me. When it comes to my opinion on that, that's perfectly fine. Everyone's welcome to disagree. That's personally how I feel about it. And it's my personal choice who I team with and who I don't team with. And seeing that is a contributor to me not wanting to team with him. And Deadlock is his focus, and he's telling us otherwise. I think that's disrespectful.
Disrespectful to say that I would commit to SMITE at all costs, which I did. Right? Actions speak louder than words. Was I there for every scrim? Yes. Was I there for the qualifiers? Yes. Was I there for the SMITE Prime? Yes.
To all the rest of our time and our effort when he's saying otherwise.
Okay.
That, and I think already playing Deadlock a lot more than SMITE is already disrespectful to the time the rest of us are putting in. Now, aside from that, this is where the main drama is going to be farmed. This VOD here, around this fire giant. Now, I personally have no issue with misplays. I have no issue with us misplaying this fire giant. I have no issues, and if I don't admit where I'm wrong in the moment, then I think we should continue talking about it or whatever, and hope.
Why is he smiling, bro? Probably Robert thought deep about this.
Hopefully I do it eventually. Something like, you know, not everyone is going to be perfect and know exactly when they're wrong and admit when they're wrong. Now, anyways, point being, I don't care if we misplay this fire giant. So, if I make a misplay, or someone makes a misplay, but they start blaming teammates.
I have never, ever blamed anyone on this team. I just say what I think is best for the next play and the next time, which I think is pretty fair as a team. But
instead of just saying, my bad, guys, and people become confrontational.
So at this point, like I said, you could tell he already had tried kicking me behind my back. He already, like, it was like a continuous thing. It's progressive. I literally don't know what that guy has against me. I don't know. I truly don't know, because if this drama goes even deeper, it will be very ugly. Just to leave it at that.
About it. I'm just not really interested in that, in dealing with that. And now everyone can feel free to disagree. You know, people are going to microanalyze this for every.
People are going to microanalyze I'm not sure what we're gonna call this, but let's see.
Word in people's tone, teammates, real scrim, on stream. There's nothing really at stake competitive-wise. All we need.
There's nothing really at stake. These are casual scrims. They're chill scrims. We're jumping many ways here. Let's hear that back.
Interested in dealing with, and he was deflecting and blaming his teammates rather than taking any accountability. Those are all things that I'm not interested in dealing with, especially given that this is a very casual, chill scrim on stream. There's nothing really at stake competitive-wise. All we need to do is be top 8, and we're chilling.
Which we already are.
And then we play. There's playoffs in 2 months. So point being, there's not much on the line. It's a pretty.
Not much on the line, but everything's on the line because I'm not playing SMITE ranked.
It's like a more serious rank game. It's not that serious.
Okay, it's not that serious.
So, if I feel that Andy's being confrontational.
I was confrontational, chat. Remember those words.
And getting very bothered about something.
I was very bothered.
And deflecting and blaming.
Deflecting and blaming.
When there's not much on the line, you know, I don't want to deal with that currently. I have no reason to deal with that currently. It's my personal choice to not deal with that currently. And knowing that that's the behavior currently, I'm concerned where that behavior will be down the road, where things are actually on the line, or things start mattering. I believe that it's probably only going to get worse. So, the main thing that happened around this Fire Giant, called Fire Giant, and Andy called. I sundered in a fight before I died. So my sunder was on cooldown. I called Fire Giant. And
I don't even know if I should just be going this anymore. I already told you everything I need to know, that you guys need to know. Okay, so that's pretty much what happened. In my opinion, there was a lot of snake action here. I truly think, you know, Shinto just said whatever he wanted to say because he's boys with Haddix, you know, whatever that is. I think, you know, Nog and Zap had no problem with me. I think that the whole team had no problem with me. I think Haddix specifically had a problem with me and really wanted to replace me at any point in any way. So it is what it is. That's life. I wasn't even going to make a video, you know, or whatever. Like, I was just going to leave it at whatever. They didn't want to play with me. But the fact that he tried to literally nitpick this whole video and nitpick everything to try to make himself seem like he was a guardian angel is fucking crazy. So that's why I made this video. Make sure you guys know the facts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask.